I'm going to call this girl back at OUC, so I'll make sure I have everything I need on here. I have some questions. So it's 12:57 p.m. April 17, 2015. Go ahead and call her back.
Hello, this is Kelly. May I help you?
Yeah, hi, Kelly. This is Anna Ogoli. I just talked to you. You said to call back if I have any questions. I've filled out the
Could you
form.
hold on just one quick second?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks. I apologize about that.
That's all right, hon. I filled it out as well as I could. It has my name and address already on there. The general information, action, Office of Unified Information, request type FOIA, private individual, preferred delivery mode, CD and diskette. What do you actually get when you ask for that?
Literally it's like a CD.
Mm-hmm. A CD with the recording and the transcript on it, or anything else that you might be able to release in addition.
Right. We would have the audio recordings on it, but you would get the chronology and whatever else that was associated. If you could get it, that would come to you as an email. So like an electronic file.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So I should actually be asking. So even if I ask for CD and diskette, whatever you don't put on a CD, you would send by email.
Yeah. If you have an issue with that in particular, I can call downstairs to see if there's anything that can be done with it. If you would prefer this to be all on the CD.
When you do a CD, does the CD have your identification on it as OUC, coming from OUC and all that stuff, or is it just a CD out of a box that anybody can buy? I want it to look like it's official,
Official? Oh, I see what you're saying. But hold on a second and let me ask, okay?
Thank you.
Sure. Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
I just called to confirm. So is the call that you're requesting, is it a call that you placed?
No, actually, I called alert. I had a medical alert thing. I called Alert 1, and they called for me, actually. So they didn't come from my house. It came from Alert 1, and they told them to come to my house.
Oh, I see. Under those circumstances, I'm not certain that they would actually release the call to you because you're not the person who placed the call.
Yeah, but it was about me.
Had you been the one to place the call, you would actually get a WAV file, so it would be electronic, and it comes from an authenticated source, and so that you can see that the origination is authentic, and that shows that it's not just a random, someone made it up. But the documentation that you would get in addition to it, if they're able to provide you with the information, as your role as a requester, that would come. Those documents are authentic, and they have like stamps on them that they can't be, devised or made up by somebody.
Okay, so what would I get if I were the one placing the call? I would get
You would get the WAV file, absolutely, the thing is that they are going to take your request and review it to see what they are able to provide to you. I understand that the call was made on your behalf, but we are in a general sense, we're not able to release audio recordings of calls that aren't replaced or that are. If you did not place it, like if it's not your voice and you making the call, we are unable to provide. Generally, we're unable to provide that to a person that asked for it, because in that case, I could just call and say, hey, can I get the call that was placed to this, number? And so that, would not be protecting someone's privacy. So, but under the circumstances, I understand it was called the 911 was called on your behalf.
Yeah.
That may make it the circumstances a little bit different, and I can't really speak to that. What I can do is I can transfer you to the transcription office, and they can give you some more details and maybe explain it to you a little bit better, and tell you what they think that you might possibly be able to receive. Would you like to speak to someone in the transcription office?
Yeah, let me anybody, because I'm going to make this request depending on, more or less. I'm going to ask what I'm going to ask for, but I may not ask for enough in terms of, given the fact that you're saying I can't get. Would I be able to get a court order to get that?
Well, let me transfer you and let them speak to it, and they can talk to you about how and under what circumstances. Because I do know that, like, for example, if you had an attorney that an attorney can request it on your behalf and things like that. So I'm not sure about all the ins and outs of it, and I don't want to tell you something that's not right. So I would prefer if I could transfer you to the transcription division, and they can tell you exactly what they can release and to whom and under what circumstances.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that. And what is their phone number in case we get disconnected?
Sure, it's 202
730
0550.
Hold on, 0550. And this is the transcription office.
Yes, and it's with it's here with the 911 center in DC. They're the office that retains all the records related to 911 calls and 311 calls.
Okay.
Okay, hold on just a moment, all right?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hello?
Yes, hi. Who am I speaking to?
This is Katrina. Can you hold 1 moment?
Thank you.
This is Ms. Kramer.
Ms. Kramer. Hi, Ms. Kramer. I'm calling because the young lady, I think her name was Kelly, told me I should speak to you because my FOIA request may require that. I'm calling to get a 911 call that for an ambulance. I called, I had stroke-like symptoms, and I called, and I actually called Alert 1. I pressed my button, and they actually called, and I called Alert 1 because I, wanted to go, I wanted to place a request to be able to go to a specific hospital if possible. So that's why I called Alert 1. But in any event, they're the ones who made the call for me, and I would like to get the recording and transcription chronology with that. How do I go about getting it? I was told that the young lady who transferred said that there may be something, I may need an attorney or go to court, or I can just get it, to ask you how to do that.
Okay. You would actually request the recording through FOIA Express. Are you familiar with FOIA Express?
Yes, she showed me how to go in there. On the page actually right now called Submit a New Request, has my name on the top and all the other information. So what do I put in there?
Okay, so you're going to actually type what you just told me that, what you call it, Alert 1?
I call Alert 1. This is what I have in here. Maybe this is sufficient. April 1, 2013, 9/11 call from Alert 1 made from me while I waited for an ambulance around 2 a.m. or thereabouts, give or take maybe an hour or two. Ambulance was instructed to go to 3304 6th Street Southeast, Apartment 304, which is my address. Request recording and transcript and chronology.
Okay. You're going to request the audio and chronology.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, and yes, you can submit that. That's sufficient.
Okay, so and how long do you keep your tapes of those calls?
3 years.
3 years. Okay, so this is within the third year, 2013. Okay, so I don't have to put a date range for that on here because, I describe it in the description. Is that correct, or do I have to, will it give me?
You did put the date.
I put the date, April 1, 2013.
And you can make it April 1 through April 1.
Okay, so I have to, okay. And do that. So get it right. Timed, I'm timed out.
Oh, no.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? Let me go ahead and go through it because I'll take a screenshot of this. What I'll have to do is copy it over and then press send. Okay. So I do have to file, put in, April 1 to April 1. Let me just put that in quickly, and this way when I do it, I'll actually, click on those little calendar things. That's when it told me it was timed out,
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right, so willing amount. It says $10. I said a fee request reason, waiver request. I said I will pay because this is my own record. I need it, but I'm on SSDI, Medicare, Medicaid, and usually people like me get waivers for stuff like that, and so that's what I put on there in the explanation. Professional license number, that doesn't apply to me, right? MPD additional fields, that wouldn't apply because this is an ambulance call.
Absolutely.
Okay, and what is FEMSD additional fields? Do I need that information in there?
That's not for you either.
Okay, so, okay, do I have any other questions here? Oh, yeah, preferred delivery mode, CD and diskette. She explained something about there being a certification. Which is the best way to obtain?
When we send it, we will send it back through your email that you provide to us. And these documents are DC government documents. So, I mean, whichever way that you tend to use them, because it's coming through the FOIA Express, it is, it's authentic.
Okay, so will it show, like if I need it for something to, and people will see what I have, they'll know that it's authentic.
Absolutely.
Like, for instance, if I request a CD, can you request a CD, or is this just an old
You
thing?
can't request a CD.
You can't?
Provide the CD now.
Okay, so really you just, the only thing you really should check here is via FOIA portal download or email.
Right, that's correct.
All right, so which one looks more official, when you get it?
It's going to look the same, ma'am. It's going to look exactly the same.
Okay.
Because it's still, even through the portal, it's going through the FOIA email, and you will pull it from there.
Okay.
So it will be the same thing. That's more so for people that do not have an email or have, such as a family email or something like that.
Okay, so when it comes through the email, it'll be, addressed from you guys, so that'll be, And if it goes through the portal, you're really just clicking download WAV file, and it doesn't tell you the name of the file, or the name of the file will be on there, whether it's emailed or not, the name of the file will be there.
That's correct.
Okay, so, and because it's coming from an email from you, that's how I can prove that it's authentic.
That's correct.
Okay, so, all right. Anything else I wanted to ask you here? I don't think so. The preferred payment mode, since I'm asking for a waiver, I just put other.
Okay.
Okay. Do somebody like me normally get a waiver, or?
Yeah, you would.
Okay. All right. Okay, so that's it. So I'm getting the recording. Does it come with a transcript, or the chronology is the transcript?
The chronology is the transcript, and it's not a verbatim. It's not actually a transcript. It's a running resume of the event itself.
Okay, then you have the recording to hear what actually was said, if you want to listen to that. Okay, all right. Let me try this again, and I'll have to log in again and stuff like that, and resend it, and you'll get that today. Thank you, Ms. Kramer.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye bye.